Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and no folks, your eyes are not deceiving you, that is the Old Town map. This is something that I meant to do about a month ago, but I disappeared from YouTube, of course. But we're going to go ahead and do that today and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about the future of this Old Town map. So today is the 1 year anniversary celebration, and we'll go ahead and call it my 80,000 subscribers special here in the town. So we've got a couple things I'm going to go over here. I'm going to need your guys' opinions on quite a few things here, so get ready to type away in the comment section because this is really for you guys. But anyways, remember folks, if you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, hit that thumbs up button, it helps out my channel, and let's jump right into this. Oh boy, where to begin? The glorious Old Town map. This is the town map that blew up my channel. A lot of you guys have been asking about where this thing was. And a lot of you guys know that this thing was running absolutely terribly. I was probably getting about 10 or 15 frames per second and it was crashing constantly. So recently, Scrap Mechanic's done some decent updates that have helped this, but I've gone back in and I've started to remodel a lot of things in the town that I think were causing the lag. So this is a project that I've started but not finished yet because I thought I'd stop and ask you guys if this is something you want to see. I know a lot of people have been asking about it, but I wanted to run it by you guys first to see if this was something you guys would want to see. And when I say remodel, what I'm going to do, we're going to keep all the original buildings. We're probably going to try to add a couple, but I need to go in and do a lot of things to make this playable for you guys. The first thing that I did, and you can see it on the school here, the ugly glass is gone. All the old school Scrap Mechanic players know that this used to be the glass that's in the game, and it's actually on quite a few buildings still. You can see the car wash over here has that ugly glass on it. So that was goal number one. Start taking out off the old glass and putting on the new glass. Goal number two, and this is a nightmare. The old doors that I would have, and a lot of people know in old Scrap Mechanic you had no logic gate. So you would put two bearings on the door in order to get it to where you can open it from the outside, come in, and use another switch and close it from the inside. Now that we have logic gates, you no longer have to do that. So I had to go in and completely rewire the school here, and I'm going to have to do that with the other buildings. Now, good thing is, that's going to save us a whole lot of bearings here in Scrap Mechanic, and we know that's one of the major killers here in Scrap Mechanic. So that's another thing that I started on. So, as far as a remodel, I have remodeled the school. We're going to go over that here today, and then I'm going to also take you guys on a quick tour of the whole town and show you guys what's here, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, and I've seen it in the comments a lot of you guys have been suggesting things for town builds that I've already done, so I'd like to go ahead and run through here and show you guys. So as far as what I've done to the school, besides the things that I've mentioned, we have a little bit of a different color scheme here. I've gone in and I've redone parts of the building to give it a little bit more of a 3D look. I know that sounds weird saying that about a game, but I was really bad about when I was building my buildings a long time ago. They were really flat. So I put an edge on the top here. I've kind of added an edge on the bottom. I made a little awning for the front doors here. I've also kind of changed the colors up here. A long time ago, I asked you guys what the mascot was of the school, and you guys wanted the farm bots, and I'll show you guys the stadium here in a second. So I've painted that out here in brick. Looks pretty good. So we're going to walk into here. Now, one other thing that we never had in the Old Town map, as many of you know, Scrap Mechanic about, I would say, 3 months ago, maybe even longer, added the dynamic lights. So we now have lights inside our buildings, and it actually looks quite amazing. So I've added those. I've gone in, done some painting in here. I added the FarmBot logo above the cafeteria. And, oh boy, there was a lot of glass in here. This took a while to go in here and replace a lot of that, because everything was glass. Everything was that ugly tile glass. As far as the trophy case was like that, the glass on the walls. I added these little skylights up here at the top to let more natural light into the building. But yeah, that was quite a bit of work actually. I didn't think when going back and remodeling, or trying to remodel a lot of these buildings, I never went back and thought, man, this wasn't gonna be that hard until I actually started to do it, and I'm like, wow, this actually is taking a long time, so that's why this might take a couple episodes to finish this map up for you guys. So anyways, here's the old cafeteria area. We got those dynamic lights now. Let's go ahead and turn these on. Oh, those are bright. Those are your little heat lamps for the food here. So as far as the building layout, nothing really has changed across the way here. This is the library up here. Down below we have some of the classrooms. I kind of would like to change the pattern on the floor. I think this tile pattern looks a little lame if you ask me. So we might have to change that up. The classrooms for the most part are still the same. I've replaced a lot of the legs on the tables with the pipe pieces because they look better than the piece I was using before. I was using the big fat pipe pieces. We've done that. I've gone in, rewired everything. The wiring closet's actually back here in the girls' bathroom. By the way, here's the boys. You walk into here. This is where the wiring closet was. And this room was a mess. This took a while to go in here and install logic gates and get everything working the way it should. So I've got that. We'll go ahead and walk through here. I'm going to try to make this pretty quick through the school. The classrooms in here, I haven't done much with those. I've replaced the tops because I was using like wood desk, and the new wood texture to me doesn't look as good as the old one did. The new one's kind of rough looking, so I replaced those with metal. Got the doors in here working. Let's go ahead and pop out the back here. As you can see here in the back, I've repainted all the concretes. I was using the default color, and I actually left it around the football field to show you guys the difference in the sidewalks here. So I've gone in, redone those. I've actually cut out pieces of sidewalks that didn't really actually lead anywhere. So we've done that. This was the secondary building of the school here. Let's go ahead and pop into here and check this out. To the right, I believe this is the art room, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the art room over here. And over here, I believe was like a science lab. Yeah, you can see the long tables here. It actually looks like the old science lab in my school. Kind of miss that. That was like the one class that wasn't completely bad for me. Now, this is kind of where I'm wanting your feedback of things that you would want to see change. Things that, even if it's like colors, I mean, I'm pretty much open to everything. I just want to get this map done for you guys, and that's why I want to have it just all together, optimized, and the way you guys want it before I release it, like the final version of it. That way you guys can play with it. So that's the football field over here. We're going to go ahead and walk behind. Oh, there's a lot to this map. I keep forgetting. There's a campsite way out there. There's a graveyard up on top of the hill. That was with the Halloween celebration. We did that. Over here, I haven't really touched too much of this part of town. I have replaced some of the glass, but I still need to go in here and fix some of this. This is the ice cream shop. Mr. Non-Newtonian and me put this thing together one afternoon. This one really needs some lights in it. It's kind of dark in here. Got that over here. You have the junkyard and car crusher. That was actually a really popular episode from the town series. Here's the car crusher. I actually did another car crusher in the, I think it was in the truck stop world. I have a little junkyard and car crusher. It isn't quite as big as this one, I don't believe. But yeah, you've got that. Now you're going to notice a lot of the vehicles aren't here, and that's because I take them out when I'm building because it just saves with the FPS. But they are all in my workshop if you want to check those out. Over to the left is the Starbucks. That actually made an appearance in the newer town, the commercial district. I need to go in there and clean the windows up. The post office is over here to the left side. The right side is the barber shop. Let me double check there. Yeah, this is the barber shop, and upstairs, this is actually, I left this room kind of blank for you guys, made it look like somebody might be moving in. It could be an office building, it could be maybe even like a little studio apartment up here, so kind of left that open for you guys. I believe this building, some of these newer buildings, and even though they still have the old glass, some of these newer buildings are actually on my workshop. As you can see, I've built them on like a platform here, that way I can put them on a lift. So you've got that, you've got the post office here. Now, we're going a little old school here. This was right around where the first episodes were. I think it started with this repair shop over here. I think when the weld tool came out for Scrap Mechanic, I wanted to demonstrate it by, I think it was welding like a solid axle, or it was actually a couple pipe pieces, and I welded them together to make a solid axle. Well, I thought it'd be cool to have like a little backdrop here and have a repair shop. So that's the repair shop. We had 2 episodes on this. This was the original shop here, and on the right side, I added like this diesel side with the lift and all that. And that's, I think that was like, I don't know, auto repair shop 2.0 or something. I need to go back and replace the glass in here. I don't think I'm going to touch this building too much. We might add some garage doors, but they're going to be really basic doors. That way I don't use too many bearings. So you've got that. Over here, this is the Napa Auto Parts store. I don't even think I've been in this thing in forever. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, there's a couple things I really need to redo in here. As you can see, it's a single layer building. I got to where I would double layer them because of the paint. So you can see the reverse Napa logo on the other side, and it looks kind of ugly, but other than that, not too bad. You can use some dynamic lights in here and some new windows, but not too shabby. That shouldn't take long to fix. I might have left some pumpkins out from the Halloween festival. I think it was on this street here where we held it. Over here, this is the gas station. This thing is ugly. I have to say, it's really ugly. This was probably my second building here in the town. It doesn't even have doors on it. What the heck was I thinking here? Okay, no doors. Really plain looking. It could use another coat of paint. It could use maybe a different texture here. I used tile for the ceiling. I used concrete for the floor and brick for the walls. Not really sure what I was thinking there. I've got that. Got some stuff on the shelves here. Is there anything behind this? Huh. Oh, it's empty. Okay, it is empty. There's no shelves or anything. Okay. So you've got that. You got the little heat lamp here. Can we at least go to the crapper? Oh, crapper's stuck. Okay. No, the crapper's permanently stuck. Ah, look at that. Double bearings. That's what I was talking about. I've got to go in here and eliminate some of these. I don't know why that's stuck. Let's take a peek in here. Yep, that's an old school bathroom. That is really huge for the amount of stuff's in there. I don't know really what I was thinking on that one. So anyways, go over here. This is probably the second episode, the paint shop. Pretty basic shop. I really think the only thing that's kind of cool here, this is like the little paint booth. You drive your car up in there and just paint away. This was all really for show. I think this one came on the Improving the Town episode that was with the gas station, I believe. So we've got that. Pop that open here. Here's a little waiting room and a counter. My buildings were really basic back then. Yeah, you'll notice even in this map, you'll notice an evolution of how I would build my buildings. So we've got those. Let's go ahead, go over here. Now this was the probably the 3rd or 4th episode over here. This is I think this was a car dealership. Let me walk inside. It's like a CG Auto, and you'll notice a little bit of lag right here. This is one area I'm trying to work on to figure out what might be causing the lag. But yeah, this is CG Auto. I had a couple cars pulled in here. I actually think this side door here opens. Yeah, that opens up. You can drive a car in here into the showroom and display it. I think I built like an SUV with this, if I'm not mistaken. What's this? Oh, you know, these doors are getting stuck because of the way I used to build my handles. Okay, something we definitely need to change. I'll put the new pipe pieces on here. I have bathrooms and everything. I didn't notice that. This is probably unnecessary to have this many bathrooms. I guess I was going for realism here. So you got that. A couple office spaces in here. It's another office space up on the top there. So let's go ahead and walk out this way. If you're wondering what all the fenced off areas are, this is the construction site. There's really not much to this. It was an unusable area. There was a bunch of hills, and I couldn't really put anything else here, so it looked good for a construction site. So you can see the skeletons or the framework on some of the buildings that were coming into Camodoville. And I actually think what we did here, I think during some of the episodes when this thing appeared, several episodes after that, I don't think I really said much about it, but I was actually adding to it. I was adding extra pieces to try to make it look like there was actual progress going on. So that's that. We're going to walk across the street here. Over here, let's go ahead and go to the car wash. This is the car wash. I don't know what episode this was. I don't even know how far. I believe what happened, I don't know which episode number this was, but I believe I built just going down the street. So I'm pretty sure the car wash and the bank came right around the same time. So the car wash, I was actually really proud of this episode. This took probably at least at least probably about 8 hours, I guess, at the time, how long it took me to build this. Over here, you've got the vacuums. You've got the big self-washes back here. I've got little coin machines on the wall. The terrain here is a little unfortunate how it pops up. But you would drive around here, you'd hit this sensor here, and you would drive your vehicle in. So you drive your vehicle. Now, some of this works kind of automatically, like you'll see this come out here. Do those spin? Oh, they do spin. Oh, that's cool. You drive through this, you actually have to push these forward. It's like rollers. You got sprayers down here. I think this is like a tire sprayer. Oh, yeah. So yeah, hit those will activate. I believe the next one will activate these arms here. You got more spot-free rinses. You'll see more. This was actually really neat watching these arms work. Go through here, it's another roller, and then of course it's Scrap Mechanic. Your dryers are going to be jets, because that makes sense. So we walk out here. By the way, what's in this building, or what's in this room over here, is a little, I believe it's like a maintenance room if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is the maintenance room. Yeah, this really needs the clear glass on it where you can see through. It makes all the difference there. So you've got that, got a little drink machine, and I believe this is the lobby area where you can watch the cars. Okay, so over here, this is the bank. This was probably, of the old town, this is probably one of my favorite videos and favorite builds. This bank was loosely based on the, I believe it's the Payday 2 bank, at least the colors. So we can walk into here. Oh, this is bringing back memories. Oh, this thing's kind of ugly now. It needs a little bit. Oh, there goes that checkerboard pattern again. Yeah, I think with some lights and changing the windows out in here, this would be actually not too bad. So over here, you've got your little bank offices on this side. Back here, this is a pretty basic bank. This is where the tellers are. Oh, you got a little drive-in area over here. You can actually, oh, I actually still have the armored vehicle out there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Didn't know I had the bank vehicle still here. So you got that. You got the tellers area right here. There's a little security area over on this side. You've got a safe here. Do we have ducks in this? No, it's empty. Oh, Camodoville's gone bankrupt. Okay, we're going to close that. Maybe we'll have some ducks here. This is a safe. This was actually really cool. Let's go and pop this open. Which way does this... I think it opens out this way to the right. There it goes. Got that, got the double layered security here, walk into here. Oh, there's even a safe in here, wow. This is pretty cool. I forgot about this, okay. Ah, there's our money. Knew Camodoville wasn't completely broke. Alright, let's pop that open or closed and hit that, and that should swing shut, okay. That's the bank. We're not going to, actually, we're going to walk into the pizza place here. This episode, was this just the pizza place? I think it might have been. You can see I've gone in here and actually changed out some of the windows on this building. And, oh boy, look at this. This actually doesn't look that bad. I kind of like this. This is cozy. Okay, so this is a pizza place. You can come in here, sit down in the booths, eat some food. You got a bar area here. You got the TVs that are all angled out. You know, this one doesn't need as much work. This building is pretty plain. I can definitely fix this one up a bit, but it isn't going to take much. Back here, this looks like the kitchen area. Oh, there's a double door, 2 bearings. Oh, that's a nightmare. You got that. You can go up the back here. Got a little. Do we have a garbage? Where do they throw their stuff away at? Huh. Strange. All right, so you got that, and I'm pretty sure since I was constantly putting bathrooms in every building I had. Is this a bathroom? Oh, we got to kind of duck under the TV there. Here's a bathroom. That's a urinal. That's a design for a urinal. That's kind of strange looking. It feels so weird being in this. The whole fact that I haven't been in this building in probably a year, besides cutting through the windows, which I did that earlier. So you've got that. Over here, we're heading to the hospital, which, funny story about that. I'll explain what's going on up there here in a minute. And we have the apartment complex. This was pretty cool. Let's walk up into here. This building, I remember building this at work, which I know that sounds kind of weird, that sometimes I can play with my laptop at work. But yeah, I built this up at work one evening, and this is actually a cool build. These are 2 apartments. The one on the right here is empty, or for the most part empty. It looks like somebody's moving in. It was another one of those examples that I wanted you guys to come in here and actually build something. or put some furniture in and move into Camodoville. So here you've got a furnished apartment, you got like a kitchen area, living room, upstairs here. Ooh, that window doesn't match the wall. It's kind of up against one side. It looks a little strange. And here is the bedroom. Ooh, you got the mirror up top. That's kind of creepy. You got that, big TV. These TVs are kind of ugly. I need to change these up. There we go out here. Here's your little view. You got actually a nice view where I started the park. There's the GameStop. McDonald's is across the way there. This is cool. Okay. Now, the hospital. This is something I like. Mr. Khan. Khan was awesome when he helped me with this. He built this awesome elevator, and this was before the new logic blocks. He was using old school logic. We cut a hole in the bottom of it, and he set it up, and he had this little arm that would raise, and you can go to the different floors. And one day when I was building, I think it was one of the later episodes, I was getting really bad lag, and I came over here and the elevator had exploded out the side of the hospital, and it made it to where I had to go back a couple maps before when I furnished the hospital. So the hospital is actually, for the most part, empty, and it's kind of a shame I had to go back and do that. This is the one building that kind of turned into a fail after the fact, after I came out with the episode. Yeah, this is where the elevator was, and he had spent probably about 2 hours on that with me. Actually, I just stood there and watched in total amazement at what he was doing, and yeah, unfortunately, that work was kind of all for nothing, but I guess, you know, it kind of maybe helped this channel out a little bit, provided some download links. Here's the water tower back here. Here are some of the newer episodes. This was a little bit with non-Newtonian. You get the McDonald's over here. This one's on the workshop. This is a laggy lot. This lot is terrible for it. I think it's always been like that once I think about it. Here, the only thing I would go in and do is just replace the windows. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this one. Over here is an AT&T store and a GameStop. AT&T store has a bunch of orange boxes in it. It's an orange store. Could probably just use some light, and that should be about it. Like I said, if you guys see anything you'd want changed, or even color scheme-wise, I can always go back here and change all this. I do eventually want to get this finalized and out to you guys. Yeah, this is GameStop. Okay, this would be like the Xbox One games, PlayStation 4, PlayStation games. I think at the time the Wii U games, and maybe the PC games. You know, GameStop really doesn't have PC games. And then all the useless crap that GameStop has in their middle aisles. You got that over there. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this area, or the main part of the town. Down over here, there's a couple of the really late episodes of the town happened. It was the new fire station and the new police station. Now, if you watch my really old town episodes, I had a really cruddy looking fire station and police station on this street here. And I went back and replaced them with the fire station you see here and the police station you see here. We're not going to cut through these. These were later episodes. I'm really covering most of the stuff that happened a little bit, I would say, early in the town's life cycle. So we're going to walk over here. You're going to see this little bridge. That tunnel, which when I say tunnel, it's a fake tunnel, it led to Camodoville Part 2. And this is when the map was starting to give me fits. So there's that. The recycling center's over here. This was actually a pretty popular episode. We had a big garbage truck. We set up a couple of dumpsters on the other side of town. And you can kind of look up here and see the recycling center. Pretty cool looking. Pop this open here. Yep, not too bad. Pretty clean. So we've got that. That is it for this part of town. We're going to quickly go out, check out the airport, and then we're going to go check out the campground, and that's going to wrap it up. And then we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do here at the end. Alright, we are heading out to the airport. As you can see up there, that's the fire watch tower that I installed here in the town. I actually think there's two of those here. I think there's one out by the campground. There's really not much special to it. It's just a elevated platform, really, with I think there's might be a bed or something in there for like a park ranger. We are in the old school truck. This thing is hideous looking. It's got the solid axle, the 3 suspension pieces, really jacked up and off the ground. Kind of bad, but yeah, it's a thing. I don't like the way this drives either. It kind of feels floaty. Maybe it's just the suspension. I don't know. Anyways, here is the Camodoville Airport. As you can see from the big tower up there, we're not going to walk up the tower because there's absolutely nothing up there besides a couple fake monitors. Walk through here. Here's the terminal. Now, this is a very small terminal. This is not supposed to be some sort of big airport, really. It's just a little, I guess you can call it a regional airport or something like that. Maybe not even that. We have like one airstrip out here, so you walk in, check in your bags, come out here to the waiting area. I guess you can see when your flight's here or whatever's on TV, and then you can walk out to the, oh, come on. All right, hit the sensor once. I gotta see how these sensors are set. This is annoying. Stop it. Let's just stand on it. There we go. All right. So here we are out on the runway. You've got the big and the small hangar over there. None of the planes are out here right now. This would have been right around the private jet episode, stuff like that. What's this do? Oh, nothing. This is just, I think, a fueling area? Yeah, it's a fueling area. I don't know. There's a gate over there. That's where you can drive vehicles onto the airport or get them in and use them and park them over there. Or I think I had like a fuel truck out here, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the big airstrip, and I believe this is completely fenced in. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, that fence goes all the way around, so you've got that fenced in. 2 helipads over here, and this is the airport. I think this is a little fire station for the airport. Ooh, the interior on this actually is kind of bad looking. I probably wouldn't do too much out here. I'd probably just make sure the windows were in good shape and make sure it's ready to go. I'm not really getting much lag out here, so I don't think there's really many optimizations I can do out in this area, so it's probably going to, for the most part, stay as is until, or when I release it to you guys. So if you go out here, you're not going to notice like some huge improvements out over here. Okay, so we're back by the junkyard and the school. We're going to head over to the campground, and we're going to go ahead and drive by the cemetery, pay our respects to all the fallen Camodoville people. I guess that's kind of inappropriate, but oh well. This was for the Halloween episode, if I can find my way through the forest here. By the way, I've already mentioned this once. This vehicle handles terribly. It's still way too floaty. So yeah, we're going to go out here. There is the cemetery up on the hill over here. And it's conveniently right by the campground, which is a little bit creepy, but you know, that's a thing. It's kind of hard to believe how big this map got and how well the game handled it until it pooped out. Up here, this is the cemetery. This was right around Halloween of last year, and this place actually looks pretty cool, I have to admit. I was using the new pipes by then, and I was starting to get my build style together, so I would say this is probably one of my better done areas. You can see all the oh, there's tons of headstones over here. This is kind of cool looking. I think we actually did this episode at night, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the night episode, you got all the headstones in here. This is the crematorium, which is kind of old and haunted. It's kind of busted up in here. And we have the oven for pizzas. It's not for dead people. Yeah, I got that. You got the chimney, it shoots out the top. Pretty basic, not too ridiculous, but I do think the building actually looks really good for vanilla parts. I'm actually impressed with this one. So yeah, that's that there. We're gonna hop back in the car real quick. I don't even have, how do I get into this thing? I don't even have switches on the doors. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, this is a very early vehicle here. So let's go ahead, hop over there, and let's go downhill. You can see another fire watch tower on the left side there. And then we got the campground up here. This was actually a pretty popular episode. This is where I introduced a truck-trailer combination with a UTE. And we just had a little area out here. You can come in, or actually it's pretty far away from Camodoville. You can't even see any of the buildings from here. So yeah, this is a little campground. You got your poopers over here. You got some picnic tables out here. Some people were camping with tents. Got a little log cabin here. I meant to put more of these over here, but I never got around to it. This was towards the end of where the town started to really die out. You got that. There's a door, little oven. I knew one of those turned the ceiling fan on. There we go. That's pretty cool. A little bedroom back here, and of course, bathroom. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I think I meant for the campground to actually have 2 episodes. Have like a part 2 and kind of filled up this back area, but I never got around to it. I actually think I might have fenced off some of this back here, and I think I was going to build like an off-road racetrack back there. But yeah, that is it. That is the old town map, and that's where we kind of stopped at. And I just wanted to bring this back to show you guys, to show you what we have done town-wise, and to show you guys that no, it's not dead, and we're just kind of here celebrating its year anniversary. That was a pretty sweet save, by the way. But yeah, year anniversary of the town. I want to thank you guys for all the love and support, the 80K subs. It's been amazing. I look forward to optimizing this map and trying to get it to where it runs good for most people. I'm not saying it's going to run good for everybody, but I want to make it where it runs better. It is quite a bit better now with the things that I've already done to it. So I will probably do maybe a couple more update videos. If you guys want to see anything, maybe some new buildings. I probably won't do too much here because I don't want to crash it again. But if you see anything you want changed, it can be even from the streets, the way the color is, or you want to see sidewalks, you want to see something small, we can go in here. We'll probably do a couple more little updates on it alongside my other builds here in Scrap Mechanic. But anyways, folks, like I said, thank you guys for all the love and support. It feels good to be back. We'll be putting out plenty of videos next week. Join us tomorrow for some multiplayer Monday in Scrap Mechanic. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and we will see you guys next time on Scrap Mechanic. Let's see if we can get some air here. Here we go. Yay! Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Nope.